let's talk about a perceived elephant in the room. Dragon Ball Super, the card game on this channel. Welcome back to UniXTCG, and so today I'm going to hit a topic because this keeps coming up in my comments, and I'm hoping that I can put this video out and kind of get people on the same page. So I've talked about it, but I haven't devoted an entire video to it. The first thing I'm going to say is this channel still loves Dragon Ball. Like, I don't know what I gotta say. Like, look at the backdrop. Like on my stand right now, yes, I have One Piece cards. Yes, I have Battle Spirits cards, but like I also have Dragon Ball cards. Like, and this is from the newest set. Like, I just like I like Dragon Ball still as a game. The main issue here is that right now I am trying to become a full-time content creator. That is right now what that means for this channel is of course I'm making my revenue off this channel what I can, but a lot of my current revenue comes from going to events, the entry, the top placing prizing if I crack into top cut, making estimated expenditures on new sets so I can open them on my channel, moving all the chase cards so I can recoup that money and hopefully plus some side gigs, commission work. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into making this channel right now. And the fact of the matter is that when it comes to Dragon Ball Super, while it is still my favorite IP, I will never get tired of looking at these cards. I also feel like when it comes to the amount of work that gets put in, right? If you guys have been looking at my channel, I will do One Piece videos where I talk about the cards. This is true. I will do Battle Spirits videos lately where, I just put up gameplay, actually. But when it comes to Dragon Ball Super, you guys should already know, the game is highly competitive. Nothing that can be put on a channel can be said with not just testing, but thorough testing. When I'm playing against, when I'm doing One Piece stuff, I can take these decks to my friend's house that play the game as well, and we can jam out game after game after game, and then, move on to recording some games and put them up on the channel. I can take, my locals, and I can farm my locals and go into what's supposed to be, what feels good to play, what cards feel good to tech, things like that. Dragon Ball is not so shallow. I'm not calling One Piece shallow. I'm just saying One Piece is 2 sets in. No more than, lots of decks are viable, but really when you look at top tier, you're looking at about maybe 4 or 5 decks. And there's not a strong enough card pool yet to differentiate too terribly between those. But with Dragon Ball, we are 20 sets in. We are literally 20 sets in, all right? Not only are we 20 sets in, but you guys understand that a singular blue Android comes out and it needs to be interfaced with so many decks. When I would do the archetype breakdowns where I make a skeleton deck list and then I would go into that, it may look like just a 30-minute video, but I've looked over the cards multiple times. I have kind of seen the direction I want to take the deck. I have made a skeleton deck, not one that's I'm going to take this to regionals, but one that's this deck will best showcase what the deck is supposed to do on this untapped tutorial, you know what I mean? And then I run the untapped tutorial, record that, get that edited, things like that. And already, just doing that, just putting those cards together, making sure I'm reading them correctly, making sure the interactions are correct, sometimes running them by friends, sometimes standing up, there's a lot of work that goes into Dragon Ball content just because of how concise it needs to be. And for all that work to go into Dragon Ball, it is a little rough that Dragon Ball is my least viewed content. You have to understand, I made this channel off of Dragon Ball. It is my passion. However, the fact that I can make a Dragon Ball archetype breakdown and that view will get the same amount of views as me, I don't know, at this point, opening up a box of Battle Spirits that I don't even I barely put on my channel, I can make a Dragon Ball video that took me 4 hours to make or more, and it's going to get blown out of the water by me just talking about some of the most basic things when it comes to One Piece. So, especially with everything that's going on in my personal life, it gets very hard to make the Dragon Ball content knowing that it is going to be essentially me dumping time into something that's not going to remotely give me anything back at this stage. Sometimes I just don't have the time to do it. But I will say though, with you guys actually asking for it more and more, I'm going to do my best to be more on top of it. When we start getting the next set, Zenkai 04, when we start getting spoilers for that, I will be on top of those spoiler videos. I will do it to the best of my ability. I just gotta say, man, there were 2,000 or so of you guys that were here for Dragon Ball content. If you want the Dragon Ball content to flourish, just please, like, even if you don't watch the video, come in, drop a like, comment to let me know that you at least stopped in. Help the interactions. If you guys can help the interactions for the Dragon Ball videos, it'll be a lot easier to make them because they won't sandbag the channel. I do love Dragon Ball, and I will continue. Like you guys saw, I did a box opening. It was pretty nice. I'm gonna start trying to compete in the next season. But my local scene has pretty much dried up for Dragon Ball, and so it would need to be on, you know, my games would have to be on Discord with my homies all over the United States, and I do want to continue the game. Like literally, I still collect. This is still like, look at these cards. Like, literally look at these cards. You can't, it doesn't matter what game you're in. I still believe, once this focuses, I still believe that Dragon Ball has the best foiling out of anything. I just don't think it gets better than this. These are just beautiful cards. Dragon Ball really knows how to get their foiling done. I mean, over here, like, this is still my favorite game by far. Like, this is going absolutely nowhere. Like, I love Dragon Ball. There will be content in the future. I will be trying to compete soon enough. I just need to get to the point where it is, like I said, like, I can afford to make content I know is just going to be 100%. Like, one day it won't be, but for now it needs to be. It's going to be essentially for the fans because it's not really benefiting the channel, but that's cool. That's kind of how it all started. It's just a little tighter now. So when it comes to that, I'm super excited. I'm going to be continuing. Look out for box openings. I do want to open boxes of Dragon Ball on camera. It is still my favorite game. I just gotta reconceptualize how I make this content. So with that being said, keep your eyes peeled. If you want to support the channel, you can still just stay subscribed if you are. If you unsubscribe, maybe just think about giving the channel one more chance. Yeah, you can like the video, comment, ask me any questions about Dragon Ball. I will answer any ideas you might have for content in the description, and I'll see what I can do. I'll be completely transparent. Always am. And we'll get to it. So the last thing I want to do is point you in the direction of Mystic TCG, because they are still, in my opinion, the best vendor to buy all these cards from. I've got an affiliate code, so you just put that in at checkout and get 5% off your order, and it's just a good time there. So I'm going to run that ad. Remember, guys, Dragon Ball, still an amazing game, still love it, still the base of like my just channel. It's just a little harder to make the content right now. So I'm going to work on that, and any ideas you guys might have, much appreciated. So thanks. See you guys in the next video. Later. So let's talk about Mystic TCG, your one-stop shop for all your TCG needs. On the site, you can buy or pre-order plenty of sealed product for plenty of games. Just make sure though, if you're pre-ordering, to give it 3 to 4 months in advance to start looking, because sometimes the product is indeed hot, supply and demand, you know. And then if you want to buy singles, go on tcgplayer.com. There's going to be a link in the description where you can buy for the best value. And if you want to sell cards or collections, you can message them on their Facebook site so you can get the best bang for your buck on any type of way you want to buy or sell cards. And then while you're at it, you can use the code UNIXTCG at checkout to get even more of a discount. So hey, what are you waiting for? Check out Mystic TCG today.